Son of a... You're fired!
Jericho has been fired. Chris Jericho is done.
Well, we have seen how WWE releases talents like Bray Wyatt, Rusev, Aleister Black, and hundreds of others citing budget cuts. But there have been several incidents where WWE superstars were fired for quite peculiar reasons, maybe in an attempt to set an example. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 weird reasons why WWE superstars got fired. Number 5, Shawn Stasiak gets gossipy. Now, Shawn Stasiak had the bar set high for him, and why not? He was the son of former WWE champion Stan the Man Stasiak. Trained by Tom Pritchard, Shawn made his WWE debut on an episode of Sunday Night Heat as Meat in 1999. Flanked by the Pretty Mean Sisters, Shawn's raunchy gimmick didn't exactly gain the success it was meant to. Failing to win any of his matches inside the ring didn't help matters either. But what did set him apart from the rest was his extraordinary liking towards documenting life. In one such incident, Shawn decided to record a heated conversation between Davey Boy Smith and Steve Blackman, which he played back for them later as a joke. Was it funny? Not really, as his colleagues weren't impressed, which later led to him getting fired in December of 1999. Later on, he revealed he did not understand how taboo such acts were in the business. But after WWE's acquisition of WCW, Stasiak was rehired and he slipped up yet again. This time, Stasiak revealed the plans WWE had for WrestleMania 17 with him and other invaders from WCW to the media, at risk of killing the invasion before it began. This fueled the ire of Vince McMahon, and well, that indirectly spelled curtains for Shawn Stasiak's WWE career. Number 4, Matt Hardy takes it hard. It's always hard to recover from a broken heart. For Matt Hardy, it surely was. What's worse, he was fired soon after. In 2004, Hardy severely injured his knee, and it was during his recovery, Lita started hitting it off with the rated R superstar Edge, which led to an affair between the two. The catch? Lita was Matt Hardy's real-life girlfriend at the time, and Edge was one of his closest friends. Ouch, that must have hurt. Indeed it did, as Matt took to the internet to reveal his disappointment at the situation. While many WWE fans sympathized with him, Vince McMahon clearly didn't. Matt Hardy's seemingly unprofessional antics didn't sit well with many within WWE, and the ensuing tensions did not leave Vince with much of a choice, and Hardy got released. After repeated requests from the WWE Universe, Matt was brought back into the fold, and he used his real-life trauma to a good effect, beginning a high-profile feud with the rated R superstar. Number 3, Emma and errant technology. Emma was the first WWE wrestler from Australia, because of which there were a lot of eyes on her. But an unfaithful event in June of 2014 sent her career spiraling out of control for a brief period. She was banned for stealing an iPad case in a Walmart in Connecticut just before an episode of Raw. You heard it right. Emma was charged with 6th-degree larceny the day of the so-called theft. Just after this, she was relieved of her duties from WWE. And what came to light was quite bizarre. It seemed that Emma had actually paid for the item at Walmart's self-checkout machine, but it wasn't properly scanned. The WWE soon realized that they made a rash decision and rehired her immediately after her release. If you know of anything that is absurd as firing someone over not stealing an iPad case, we are all ears. Number 2, Finlay's error in judgment. It is safe to state that Finlay has stamped his influence on the professional wrestling circuit. Apart from his in-ring prowess, the third-generation star was also admired for his training abilities, and he was actively involved in the journeys of in-demand WWE superstars like John Cena and Randy Orton. Along with that, he played a pivotal role in the rise of WWE's women's division in the 2000s. Such was his standing in the eyes of those around him that Finlay was entrusted with the role of a backstage producer for many events. It was one such show which led to things going downhill for the WWE Superstar. In March of 2011, Finlay was the agent for a WWE house show in Champaign, Illinois. He decided to have The Miz interrupt the pre-show playing of the national anthem to draw heat from the WWE audience. That happened, but for all the wrong reasons. There were a high number of National Guardsmen in attendance that proved to be very angry about the show of disrespect. Due to WWE's strong ties with the National Guard and all of the U.S. military, Vince relieved Finlay of his decade-long duties. The decision was met with imminent shock from many of the crew and wrestlers alike, and WWE eventually hired Finlay back within a year. Number 1, Daniel Bryan's tight leash. And numero uno is the current AEW megastar Bryan Danielson, or as he's better known to the WWE Universe, Daniel Bryan. Having been fired by WWE once before in the developmental system, Daniel scripted a redemption story by putting up a fantastic in-ring performance week after week in many professional wrestling circuits around the world. This made WWE take notice of him yet again, and he was signed in 2009. Bryan made his main roster debut on Monday Night Raw on June 7th of 2010 as part of the Nexus and ended up attacking ring announcer Justin Roberts. During this segment, the American Dragon went on to strangle Roberts with his tie, a visual which WWE deemed inappropriate for its PG conduct, and Bryan was fired just 4 days later. Well, as if hitting each other with sledgehammers or throwing someone off a ladder isn't appropriate for kids. Anyways, WWE might have realized their mistake, and Daniel Bryan was eventually hired back, leading up to the SummerSlam pay-per-view that year. So that is our list of the most weird reasons WWE wrestlers got fired for.